Hey, this is Politics with Laura. Politics with Laura. OMG. Judge McAfee has made a decision. Oh. How you doing? Now, this right here, I've been looking at the news. I've been looking at other content creators. And it is like between the left and the right. Oh, but I like staying in the middle. I like staying in the middle. But then you have people who push me far right and people who push me far left. And I'm like, why don't you just simply ask me what I am? But I digress. Judge McAfee made a ruling. He made a ruling today. He made a ruling earlier this morning. And he said, Fani, look, I'm not going to disqualify you. No, I'm not going to do that. No. You got two choices. Either you drop kick Nathan Wade, tell him to get out, or you can step back from the case. But I'm going to let you make that decision. Now, I have to say the height of this. Oh, he didn't say anything about the perjury charges. I'm going to come to that. He said he's looking at the height of the politics. The political atmosphere is completely off the chain. Either you're an extreme left or an extreme right. No in between. So he said, okay, Fani, you do that. Now, about an hour ago, quite interesting, because Nathan Wade, he threw himself on a proverbial sword for Fani. Through his divorce, I'm covering that on my other channel. Woo! But Fani said, you know, Nate, look, Nathan, check this out. We had a good time. We went to these places here. We went to those places there. And we did things that I'm not even going to describe. But our time has come to an end. Boop. You got to go. I'm not losing my job. No. And plus, I found out you were doing the same thing in Cobb County. But Sonia Allen was paying you $500 an hour. And she got fired? No. It was nice, but no. So Fani made that decision. She kicked Nathan to the curb. Now, what I found interesting was that was all that it was. Perjury, her lying, him lying. Judge didn't even touch it. Left it alone. He said, you know, I'm going to stop right there. Because there are other factions that are looking into this case. The Senate is looking into Fani Willis. And actually, she went in front of the Senate. What's his name? Jim Jordan, Rep Jim Jordan. And he said, Fani, check this out. I'll put you in contempt of Senate. You better keep that little funky attitude. That might work down there in Fulton County, Georgia, but not for the United States Congress, the United States. It doesn't work here. You better get some things straight. Clean up that attitude. Jim Jordan, don't mess with him because he don't care. Now, let's get into it. The far right is saying, that's right. She doesn't need to be prosecuted at all. Leave her alone. She's a black woman. She's a woman. Women are always being victim and victimizing. You leave women alone. Leave her alone. And then you have the extreme far right saying, you know, okay, River says, my thoughts, the judge didn't do his job. Then on the right side, the far right side said, look, that right there, no, she lied. There are laws against lying. She lied. She sat up there. She lied from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock p.m. She lied on multiple occasions, on multiple motions. She lied on affidavits, and affidavits is supposed to be next to God. Oh, yeah. She lied. Then the left say, you leave her alone. She's a black woman. And the right say that has nothing to do with her being black. It has everything to do with her being a liar. So, those two factions are going at it. Now, I tried to find an article to present to you all. You know something? I couldn't find one. I couldn't find one. It was to the extreme left or to the extreme right. I'm going to have to wait a couple of days for the people that are in the middle who are going to write the facts and not put their own thoughts or their own agenda into it. Woo! It's something. So, I'm going to do another live stream on that. Okay, I got a couple of, Sally says, I'm from Ohio and we Ohioans are super proud of Jim Jordan. You know, I like Jim. I'm sorry that he didn't become Speaker of the House, but I did really like McCarthy. I really liked him. I liked the way he handled the press, but that's different. Let me stick with that. River says, yes, Jim Jordan is one of the few that actually represent the people. I agree. River says, okay, I already read that. My thoughts, let me see. River says, perjury charges. Yep, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen in this case, and I'm going to tell you why. And this is simply my 2 cents. Keep in mind, I have $7.50 worth of law. Now, that's less than a whole lot of people. No, less than some, but more than most, because not everybody's a lawyer, and nor do people like to look into law books and look stuff up like I do. I don't know. Maybe that's the nerd in me. Who knows? Let me see. Sally says, exactly. Everything having to do with her not having any integrity outside of her being. Look, I'm going to tell you something. Fani. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Men. You men. Especially you men who know, how can I put this and still keep it political? Okay, you men who know your way around a woman. You got Fani all discombobulated up here to where, oh my goodness, to where she became DA and said, okay, I'm going to bring my man because I don't want him around any other woman. Oh, no, this is mine right here. I will, okay? So she brought him along with her. She found a position. She paid him crazy amount of money. But what he did was he got into her here and then went to town. Now, I would say Nathan's a straight hoe. Okay? A straight hoe or a jigga hoe, a gigolo, men getting paid. But a jigga hoe, that's Nathan. Okay. So she got rid of him. And as far as her integrity, when she had to defend him, she lost her integrity when she got with him. She lost her integrity when she got with Nathan, knowing that he was a married man. And I can't speak for her, and I can't even speak for women like her. But I know what it's like to be on the opposite side of women like her. I've been there. It's not a... Okay, back to politics. But she's not going to face any of those things, not from Judge McAfee. No. Now, there may be some other angles. Now, keep in mind, did I tell you all this? I don't know if I did, but Fani was able to secure a RICO charge, and that's why the charges that Judge McAfee dismissed, he dismissed, like, what was it, four of the 10 charges? But the charges that he was not able to dismiss were the RICO charges. Now, those RICO charges were well crafted because she got that information from, you would never believe who it is in a million years. I'll give you 1 second. Who hates Trump the most? I would say in the Senate, who hates Donald Trump the most? It's a woman. It just so happens to be a woman. Who hates Donald Trump the most? To give. Biden? No, not Biden, but he does hate Donald Trump. Even though Biden did the same thing that Donald Trump did by having the documents, but Trump was president and Biden was not. Okay, not Biden, but Liz Cheney. Not Pelosi, Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney laser focused on Donald Trump to the point to where she lost her seat in Nevada. She lost her seat because she was focused on Donald Trump. Fani reached out to Liz Cheney requesting information that she could use to get Donald Trump. So, you know, I could only surmise that, what's her name? Liz Cheney said, oh, you want Donald Trump? Oh, well, okay, I got all this information. I'm going to put it in a nice little bow. I'm going to give it a little box, put a little pink bow on it, and I'm not going to mail it to you. I'm going to walk and I'm going to put it in your hand, girl. Go get him. Get him. And Liz Cheney went as far as adding Fani Willis's letter to the J6. Oh, I thought it was Kamala Harris. I thought it was Joe Biden, but it was them, but not to that degree. Now, Judge McAfee, when he made that decision, now I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I know, okay, I can't say I know, I think both sides were emailing him, calling him, hey, you better take this side. Hey, you better take this side. You better. And this man's a superior court sitting judge. Look, they don't care. They don't care. This case means everything. Because November 5th is coming up soon. This is March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. We got 8 more months. And they're like, look, you better do this. You better do that. You better do that. McAfee's like, okay, I didn't want this case. I could be down in Florida, Key West, I don't know, scuba diving, doing something, but I got to do this mess? Oh, man. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to disqualify Fani. No. I'm going to make both sides unhappy. So when both sides are unhappy, I know that I can get away with less damage. So if I say, Fani, you're being disqualified, you perjured yourself, blah, 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 I'm coming after you. Or let her get away with everything, nothing. Okay, Fani, you make your own choice. Either way, Nathan either has to go or you have to go. You make that decision. Now, whether if that was a good call or not, I would say it's the best call for him. There is legal precedence somewhere in there. Keep in mind, I have $7.50 worth of law. DCN says, I appreciate and agree with your content. Well, thank you. Thank you. A lot of people disagree with me, but thank you. It's always nice to have you all on my side. And guess what? It's okay if we disagree. It's all right. Because keep in mind, iron sharpens iron. Okay. So, what does this mean? This means River says, sadly, nothing will happen to her as we have seen so many times. Okay. As far as this situation, you're right. But no. Outside of this situation, no. Keep in mind that Wade is getting a divorce. As soon as he knew that he was going to get the job, he started divorce proceedings immediately. Okay? And his wife, he's not going to come out of that unscathed. And now that he was forced to resign, he may apply some pressure on Fani to make her sit for a deposition. If she does, then that right there will put a huge strain on her career. I mean, it's not done yet. Now, McAfee, he was like, okay, we'll keep it middle of the road. But now you have Nathan Wade. He's used to being a kept man, okay? Now, as some people would say, he was putting in work. Okay, he put in work, not the way that we benefit. We didn't get anything out of it. The women did. Okay, the women he was messing with. And that gave him money. He's not receiving that $250 an hour. He's not being able to make up those $35,000 billing hours for a month's work. That money, right? He's not making that money anymore. Now he has a divorce. Now he's paying his wife temporary support, which is a pretty penny. And even in his private practice, he was bringing home $14,000 a month. I've heard that he's paying his wife $7,000 a month. That's half. So all the cool things that he has done, he has to pay $4,000 in insurance for a car that he had. Revenge is best served cold, because he threw himself on a proverbial sword for Fani. And as soon as the heat came in, she was like, boop, I'm not giving up nothing, Nathan. So,
goodbye.
Oh, bye-bye, Mom. I'm sorry. My mother, she's leaving. Oh, man, I'm sorry. So, she made me lose my train of thought. So as far as Fani, something will happen. It just won't be in this arena right here. And plus, you have Ashley Merchant. Oh, I know Ashley is pissed. I know she is pissed to the third power, 3 times around the moon, plus infinity. That's how angry she is, because she works so hard to be able to disqualify her just based on her behavior. Now, let's look at it completely. One part of disqualifying a person is by ethics. Now, was what she did ethically wrong? Okay? I'm trying to be completely neutral about this. I'm not trying to take a side. Luther said, and none of them is stopping Trump, baby. Well, it's going to be very hard to stop Trump, okay? But let me finish this thought right there, and I'll get back to that one. As far as the ethical part, but they didn't say anything about her body of work. That's the thing. They only focused on her moral behavior. They didn't say anything about her work was wrong. They didn't say anything about her padding the indictments. Did she put anything in? Blah. They didn't go after the quality of work. Keep that in mind. the quality of work. Now, if they were to show corruption or something that they did within what they were doing, that would be hard to get around. They're like, okay, no. Okay. You're putting stuff in there that didn't even happen. You're putting stuff in there that is a lie. No, that's not what she did. Keep in mind, she got her stuff from Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney wants Trump in jail bad. Oh, she wants Trump in jail so bad that it's like a big girl trying to get a piece of chocolate cake that bad. I mean, I'm trying to get that chocolate cake and I can't quite reach it. Oh my God. That kind of bad. That's how bad she wants it. So, that part, her behavior is a harder level to overcome. Now, what they used was her being her personal behavior and what she was doing. Now, if they really want to go after her, which all of the defense attorneys focused on her, the timeline, and what she was doing in her spare time, and whom she was doing it with, where she was doing it with. When she said, yeah, I took the money from the campaign finance and I paid it. And you didn't go after that? Okay. But back to what Luther said, and none of that is stopping Trump, baby. No, it's not. It's not. There are two things going on here. They're going after Trump, right? But they're letting Biden go. Now, the Senate, I was watching the Senate, and who was it? Jim Jordan. Oh, man. I would never want to be on his bad side. Jim Jordan was like, wait a minute. Talking to the U.S. attorney. He said, wait a minute. Now, you said that Joe Biden was a nice, elderly man that has a bad memory. He said, but you sent a DOJ after everyone. If Joe Biden was the average person, he would be in jail. But since it's an elderly man with a failing memory, but you're going after Donald Trump. You see the hypocrisy? Oh, no, I don't see the hypocrisy at all. No. So you got Trump fighting for his life, but Joe Biden, that was not president, that got all the documents as a senator and vice president. And there may be there is some information coming out about him. I can't speak on that because I'm not well versed in that, so I'm not going to put that out there. So you got that going on. Yeah, Trump. Trump is a fighter. Trump does well in battle. He does. It isn't funny how this stuff is unraveling. Luther says, funny? No. A content creator's dream? Yes. Yeah. Sally says, Liz Haney is a P for you. Oh, okay. Look, Liz Cheney. Donald Trump named the disease. He said she has Trumpalitis, Trump something. Hysterically funny. Funny. Look, Trump. Trump is funny. He could take something and I can't even put words to it. But he's a hard person to beat because he has no bounds. And by him having no bounds, he's going to take you down any way he can. He's just one of those street fighters. He grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth and brass knuckles on his hands. So that's the interesting part about him. He's not your everyday million billionaire, because he'll take you to the mattress. Yeah. But as far as Fani, oh, wait a minute. Luther says, my bad. How are you doing today? Oh, well, I am doing pretty cool. I got a lot of work to do today. I got a lot of content to cover. And how are you doing today, Luther? Matter of fact, how are you all doing? Much love. Thank you for being here. Alvin says, Trump took highly classified documents on purpose. Okay. This is what you have to understand. When you're president of the United States, you can take what you want because that is your body of work. For example, this applies to most professional jobs, to where whatever you produce, you can take with you because you produced it. Now, if you are a principal of a high school and there were things that you did, you can take that paperwork with you because it's yours. You produced it. Now, if a vice principal or even a counselor were to take things that was produced by you and they took that work, that would be stealing. You can't do that, especially if you didn't have permission. You're going to take my stuff that I worked on, and you're the vice principal or a counselor or a teacher or whatever your job title is, and I'm principal. That's what that is. Now, other presidents have done that. Barack Obama, he put his stuff in a shoebox. Wherever he put it. Bill Clinton, he put his stuff, what was it, the shoebox thing? And there was a court ruling saying it was his. His work, his. Now, I don't know if he put some of his stuff in the National Archives, which I've been to. Huge building. Big. I read the Declaration of Independence. I read all of that. It's all over the place. In the handwritten. I'm silly. But Trump, he had every right to take it. Now, I found it interesting that they went after him heavy-handedly. They did. Sending the FBI to his house. Doing the things what they did. But not to Joe Biden. My thing is this. What you do to the goose, you do to the gander. Keep it equal. Let me see. Luther says, when Trump said everything that Biden touches turns to sugar honey iced tea. Hey, look at the border. That's all I got to say. Hey, there might be some truth to that. Luther said, the more they go after him, the more popular he becomes. Yes. Taylor Swift was a straight Democrat. Biden. All of a sudden, she turned and said, Trump, she's taking so much backlash. She don't know which way to go politically. You have rappers. Everybody. I mean, go on Instagram and see the political music that's coming out. Oh, man. I feel confident in saying, and I have no problems being wrong, because I'm wrong. There are times I'm wrong, and there are times when I'm right. I say 50-50. Trump has it this year. I see Trump being president, despite all of these court cases. People are saying he has all these court cases to where there's something to it. Wait a minute, you're prosecuting him. You're prosecuting Trump as president, but you don't prosecute Biden for doing what Trump did, but he wasn't president. People are seeing the hypocrisy in it. People are like, oh, well, wait a minute. Trump had nothing to do with Russian waters or the ukulele country, but Biden did. He kept the prosecutor from investigating the company that his son was on the board of. So people are looking at this. The more they scream, get Trump, the more information comes out. But yeah, that's my personal thought from what I see. Alvin says highly classified government documents are not under private company rules. I can't say yay or nay of that one. I have to look that up. I would be a complete hypocrite if I were to say you're wrong or right. I can say I need to research that information before I even give my $7.50 worth of government to Instagram. But thank you. I'm going to look that up, okay? I appreciate that info. Luther says the Democrats seal his GOP nomination when they broke into his house. Wait. The Democrats sealed his Mar-a-Lago. Got you. Look, I believe that because there were people that were so riled up that they ran outside with their rifles at Trump's Mar-a-Lago place. Where you at? Where you at? Where's Trump? We're going to protect you. Forget about your security. They suck. We're here. I mean, it was wild. Completely wild. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. What is this? March 15th, 5:25 Eastern Standard Time. I'm saying that I believe Trump is going to be president. Now, don't come after me saying, "Oh, you're a MAGA." No. Look, we have a choice. And just because I didn't say the person that you like doesn't make me anything other than being American. So please keep your identity politics to yourself. Okay? All right, but I just wanted to talk about that. So Fani has not been disqualified. She is still on a case. Nathan been to the curb. I don't know what that means as far as what he may do. I got to watch what he does and see how that affects his divorce. Oh, man. This is wild. But I want to bring that information out. So thank you for stopping by. And please like, follow. And I do have a subscription for $4.99 a month. I do get into things. On that note, I want to thank you for stopping by.